in many respects, church communities are in competition for not just individuals' attention, but individuals' participation. One of the examples that I've looked at of this kind of network relationships of community is the Anglican Cathedral in Second Life. This was created by a group of Anglicans that met in the Second Life virtual world. They all had their avatars and they all met on an island in this virtual space and decided that they wanted to create a space where they could kind of express their Anglican identity. So they raised the virtual Linden dollars and hired a virtual architect to build a version of York Cathedral, and then they staffed it with individuals from this group, and they run 5 different services over a course of a week. Interestingly, none of the people in the leadership team are ordained in the Anglican tradition, even though they go to the Anglican church. And so it's raised many different issues for them about, what does it mean to be a cyber pastor? After being running for about a year, they decided they wanted to really to solidify this Anglican identity, and so began to build a relationship with the Anglican church offline. They got the Bishop of Guildford to actually kind of adopt them as a congregation, to provide the pastoral oversight, to give some legitimacy to a group that didn't really have the kind of credentials to be considered a parish in many contexts. So we see here's a virtual cathedral that doesn't have a physical building, but it's being overseen by a pastor. And now there's talks in the Anglican Cathedral, like, do we need to have an official bishop of cyberspace if we're going to call this an Anglican Cathedral, and they're going to have some kind of legitimation. But it shows how community is changing, and religious organizations are having to adapt their thinking about what community is in a network society.